Angel here. Thanks for stopping by. It's all made up, you know. I just wanted to remind you that this whole thing, this whole life, the whole of it, the finances, the relationships, the way your body's put together, it's actually all made up out of beliefs and vibrations, and it can change in an instant, and you can change it. In fact, you are, not just you can change it, you are continuously creating through your beliefs, through your actions. And so if you don't like what you've created, what you are creating, change it. Change the way you think, change like a belief is just a thought that you think over and over. So if your beliefs aren't serving you, you can change them. Once you realize that, like, oh, hey, believing that, for example, here's one that's tough that a lot of us are struggling with. Believing that as you get older, you can do fewer and fewer things, that you slow down and you look worse and you can't do as much, that your brain doesn't work as fast and your body isn't as nimble. That is a self-limiting belief that almost all of us are holding on to, that I actually think I don't know if it serves us well. Sometimes I think, well, it does, because it kind of puts a natural end to the life cycle, and there are things about that that I actually really appreciate. And so perhaps we are all choosing that as a belief because it does serve us best. And if you look across the board of life, I gander to say that there's evidence that that's true, because every cell has everything seems to have a life cycle, and it does seem to work out well because it makes room for, kind of the same with when you buy, when you buy a new shirt and then it's cool because you got a new thing, but then after a while it's not new anymore. And the way to have that feeling again of a new shirt, this is a weird example, I know, but is to make room to get rid of that shirt, get a new one, or in some cases just keep getting more and more and more shirts and buy 1,000 houses to keep all your shirts in. I'm mostly kidding, but you see how the point I'm getting at, which is that it's good that things cycle through. So I know that was a weird place to go for my initial statement, which is that it's all made up, and indeed it is. And I guess the point of that, ooh, look, I'm going to show you my favorite trees out there. In fact, dang, I should be taking pictures of those with my camera, and I missed them. I think. Maybe I got them. Thanks for bearing with me there. I just sent you on a little wild loop, didn't I? I am making mine up as I go along, and so are you. We all are. And a lot of people seem to be stuck in some kind of miserable state and forgetting that it's all made up, and forgetting that we are making it up. So if you don't like it, change your thoughts, change your beliefs, change the way you feel, and change the way you act, and you will have a different scenario. That's how it works. And if you feel like you're stuck, you feel like you just can't for any number of reasons, I've been there, you're not alone. Pretty much everyone has been there in the resistance at some point. And just remember that that's natural, that you're not alone, and that you can overcome it by letting go. Let go of the bullshit that doesn't serve you. Let go of the clutter. Let go of the extra stuff. Let go of the old stories about how much of a victim you are. Let go of the limiting beliefs about how you can't do stuff, and focus on what you can do. Focus on what you can do right now. Maybe it's clean one little section of your house. Maybe it's make a small improvement in your business. I guarantee you, if you start showing up with a positive attitude in all aspects of your life, if you, try this. If you just didn't complain for one 24-hour period, I'm talking not a single complaint come through your lips or even in your mind. And I know, I've tried it. I try it on a daily basis, and it's a lot more difficult than it might sound at first, because for one thing, you're going to find other people complain almost continuously. If you're on social media, or even if you're just at the grocery store or around people at all, you're going to find So many people are in the habit of complaining. It's kind of astounding. And we like to mirror each other. We like to match each other. I'm going to show you this mountain again while I talk for a sec, because we're coming up over the hill. Those are the Santa Fe Mountains, aren't they pretty? Anyway, we like to complain, or people do. I don't think we like it, but we're in the terrible habit of it. And I'm working on breaking that habit. So, see, did you hear me? I was just complaining about people complaining. This is my most frequent complaint lately that I catch myself in. In any case, the more I am able to recognize those things and flip the switch, and instead of saying something negative, saying something positive, like, I really appreciate how I am able to recognize my own thought patterns more and more frequently and shift them into more positive patterns, more positive words and ideas and beliefs that serve me better, so that I'm so that I'm getting ready for the life that I want, instead of constantly telling a story about how I can't have the life I want. I'm just getting ready for it, and meanwhile living it. It's pretty awesome. I got my car fixed. I got my snowboard in back. My bindings are a little loose but tightened up enough. My snowboarding, I'll show you. My snowboarding boots are already on, because that's how I roll, and I'm headed up to the top of that mountain there, where you see a little white snow left, to shred it up while there's still a little snow, because it's melting fast. Anyway, I hope you are enjoying your life, making it what you want to make it, and remembering that it's all made up, and that whether you take an active role in making it up, or you are just going with the flow and keeping it passive, either way, you are participating. And so if you don't like what you're getting, you can change it. If you don't like what you're getting, it starts with the mind, starts with the mindset, starts with your thoughts, your beliefs. Actually, starts with your beliefs. That leads to your thoughts. That leads to your feelings. And that leads to your actions. So, and then your actions lead to you, what your environment turns out to be. And the whole judgment about good and bad, that's just biases and judgment. There's really none of that. It's just a matter of, are you enjoying it, or are you going to change it? It's really all you got to decide at any time, right? Peace.